Yo, what's up, guys? Okay, so let us talk about this Drake album, man. Let's talk about this Drake album. I got some thoughts. It's been a couple months now. I got some mature thoughts, and let's talk about it. So, when this album first came out, I thought it was going to be some sort of like, I don't know, kamikaze-esque Eminem kind of track, just because I felt like the reception from Certified Lover Boy wasn't, even though the hype and the sales and everything like that was great, I felt like overall, at least for me personally, I was a bit disappointed by it. It didn't hit like I thought it was going to hit. And I thought that was kind of the reason why Drake was putting out another record, like kind of like with Eminem or whatever, right? But he went completely left field about it, and it took me off guard at first just because it was something I wasn't expecting. And if I had made that video at that time, I think it would have turned out very different because I wasn't feeling it at that time. It took some time for the record to really grow on me, and I feel a lot different about it right now, and I have a lot more appreciation for this album right now. So let's talk about it. So the first song starts off with this super slow vibe, super atmospheric. You've got the flute playing in the background, like some sort of final battle in an anime or whatever. And I'm thinking Drake's about to go into some super deep introspective bar spitting whatever. And it's just like flip nope, and kind of just the record starts and it's just this house dancey music, right? And it took me off guard at first, but I was like, okay, let's see where it goes. Now I gotta keep it real with y'all. Like this very first track, what's this called? Falling Back. This very first track, months later, y'all, I am still not feeling this track. I don't know what it is about this track, but it just sounds so repetitive. And I just felt like the notes, like y'all can play this track back, tell me if I'm crazy, but the notes Drake is hitting, I can't sing, but it just sounds so out of key to me. Like it don't sound good to me months later. This might actually be my least favorite song on the album, which is funny because it's the song that Drake made a music video out of. So it might be one of his favorite songs, but I gotta keep it real with you, man. This track to me is just a straight miss. Like I gotta keep it 100. I listened to it several times at this point and I still feel the same. I just cannot get down with this track. It's just the falling back on me. That shit just goes on for way too long, man. Let's go to the next track. Now, the next song, Text Go Green, this is hands down one of the top songs on this album. I really like the vibe of the beat. I love when the keys come in. It's basically like lyrically a classic Drake reminiscing tune, but it's got a good feeling to it, and the flow switched up enough that it keeps the song interesting. And I really like some of the lines, like the whole, I feel like everything these days leads to nothing. That's just a good line, man. I think that's how a lot of people feel these days. Like things just end up leading to nothing. I don't know. I just like the vibe of the song. I like the beat. This is one of those songs that at first, like when I was first listening to the album and I was like still kind of taken aback by the direction of the record, it didn't hit me the first time. I actually didn't really like it the first time, but this is one of those records that it just grows on you the more you listen to it. So it honestly became one of my favorite tracks on the record. It feels like a Drake record. Like it feels like one of the records that he did well mixing the new house beat with his own kind of style to it. So this one was a bop. Now, the next track, Currents, this song right here is another song that grew on me. At first, I couldn't get down with the flow of it, like the whole, you're the hidden color. I was like, let's turn this shit off. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't get down with the flow of it. But the more that you listen to the song, the more you start to appreciate it for what it is. It has one of the best breakdowns in the track for actually just an open breakbeat. The samples in the tracks are catchy. The instrumentals, the house thing, I think he captured it well. But something else I really like about the song is just the length of the song. It's not too short, it's not too long, and if it's a song that you're vibing out to, it makes you want to play it over again because of the length of the song, which was dope. So this is another song that over time it just grew on me, and I really appreciated it for what it was. Now, Keeper. Now, this song, y'all, I got mixed feelings about because to me, the verses are so dope. The way he started the verse was so dope. The pianos and the beat are so dope, but the hook is just not hooking me. You know what I mean? The hook ain't hooking me. I just felt like the hook wasn't as strong as the verse. And it's another thing with Drake that was kind of like almost like a motif in this album. Not a motif maybe, but just something that I noticed is like some of these hooks are just super repetitive. They're not really catchy. They're just repetitive. And I think this is just one of them. Like this the first time I heard this song, it was kind of hard for me to get through just because I just felt the hook wasn't hooking me. So the verses really saved the song, and the beat itself, like the pianos, the vibe, like the chill, trancey, atmospheric feel of this song is great. Now, Calling My Name, this is a skip for me, man. This is a skip for me. This don't even sound like a song to me. It sounds more like an interlude. And it also sounds like the song is almost like a beat in and of itself. Like the whole song is just some sort of beat. So it don't really feel like a song to me. And when this song plays, I just skip it. This is a skip for me. Now, Sticky, to me, this right here is the best song on the album, man. This is the best song. This, to me, had the perfect mix of the hip-hop/dance/house vibe that Drake was going for, but it sounds refreshing. It sounds a bit unique. It don't sound like something you've necessarily heard before. Like, one of the main criticisms I've seen of this album is it sounds like something you'd hear if you were walking through Hollister or you were shopping for back-to-school clothes at Abercrombie & Fitch or something. But if I was in that store and I heard this would make me turn my head like, oh, snap, what's this? It just sounds more refreshing than the other tracks. And it kind of reminded me of a track that Drake did years ago with DJ Khaled called To The Max that also had like a hip-hop/dance bop to it, but it sounded fresh, you know? And so Sticky, to me, that was my favorite song on this record. Now, Massive, this song right here just does not sound innovative to me. It sounds super basic. It sounds like any other house song you've heard before. I don't think Drake tried to put any kind of spin on this to make it more creative or whatever. It just sounds super basic. So this right here is another skip for me, dog. Now, Flights Booked, I love the song. This song I really enjoyed. I love the sample in the beginning, the little, I'm afraid. Don't. I love that shit, man. It sounds good. Like, this is like, it's the perfect background music. It's a dope vibe. Like, you play this in the background, it's just a nice feeling. It's like a summer nights kind of song, driving summer nights. This gonna hit different. It's catchy, it's atmospheric, the beat takes you away, it's a bop. You know, what's not to love? Now, Overdrive, it's a good song. It just didn't really blow me away or take me away. Now, Downhill is a song that I like. I actually thought Drake's singing sounded super on point on this track. It's just that the song didn't really blow me away. It didn't really move me in a crazy way. I don't necessarily jump to this song when I listen to this album. So it's just, to me, it's just kind of like an okay track to me. Now, Ties That Bind, listen, the guitars in this song, man, the guitars in this song are mixed so well. It sounds so good. And what's cool about this song is it's the most soulful vibe in the entire album. It's the most soulful sounding song. And because there's just some straight up instrumental cuts, it's just kind of like a song you can really fade away into. Like, it's a song you can just kind of play on loop and it sounds good. And the vocals at the end, well, at least towards the end, with the guitars mixed in there, it just creates a really, summertime chill vibe. It's just a relaxing vibe. It sounds good. This is another song that just sounds good in the background. It sounds like something you just want to listen to. It's a good feeling. So yeah, this is another one of the tracks on the record that was my favorites. Now, finally, Liability. Let's talk about this song right here. Now, to me, this song was the most underrated song on this album. It was the most underrated song on this album because the writing I thought was A1. It was super emotional lyrically. And the beat, again, is another beat that is super trance-like. It takes you to a different space. And I like the fact that Drake tried something different with the voice pitching. But personally, to me, man, like I've listened to this song on a normal pitch, and it just sounds way better to me at a normal pitch. If you don't like the song, maybe you should try and listen to it normally. Like, some people have posted like the normal pitch version of the song on YouTube. You can look it up and find it. And you might really like it when you listen to it that way. Now, I know everybody has their own vibes. All this is just subjective opinions. We're talking about music. But to me, I think this song would have really hit if he didn't lower the pitch. I think if he just kept it straight, they kept the version where they didn't lower the pitch, this song would have really hit. This is a great song. Now, all in all, what do I think about this album? Listen, when I first listened to this album, I'm gonna keep it 100. I could barely even get through this. I wasn't feeling this record when I first listened to it, especially that first song, Falling Down. I can't remember what it's called. I wasn't feeling it. But I think a lot of these songs, they just grow on you, especially if you're new to the genre or the house dance vibe Drake's kind of create. It is gonna grow on you. And I think certain songs, he really mixed what he does as Drake with this new genre of music really well. Now, do I think that this is Drake's best album? Hell no. Do I think this is a standout in his catalog? Hell yes. And that's a big deal because Drake's been making music for over 13 years. If you're counting back from So Far Gone in 2009, I know he made mixtapes before that, but if you just count from that, it's been over 13 years. And he's been making music, not just making music, which alone is an accomplishment. To be making music for that long and still being relevant, 13 years, that's an accomplishment. But he's been on top of the music game for 13 years, essentially. That is a huge accomplishment. And to be this far into making albums and to be this much of a established artist in the music industry, a name that people know, and to still be able to drop surprises that people are listening to and people are interested in, I think that's a really big deal. And I think it refreshes his career. I think that's the biggest thing this album has done for Drake. It shows that he's really trying to become more free in the music he's making. He's just trying to make music that he really enjoys. And it's refreshing to his career as an artist. And now I'm pretty excited to see what else he has in his hard drive. And when Drake announces his next album, people are going to be like, oh boy, what are we going to get this time? Which is a good thing because it shows his versatility as an artist as well as expands his reach as a musician. Now, with that being said, I still have to say a lot of these songs, I still think Drake could have gotten a bit more creative with it. I think he could have gotten a bit more creative with how he mixed his style with the house style and made it sound less like something you'd hear like a typical Forever 21 or Hollister or, I don't know, American Apparel. I don't know. Any of those kind of stores. You know, I think he could have gotten a bit more creative with the record, but I still think it was just a fresh approach to dropping a record that people didn't expect. And for his career right now, I personally think it was the right move. But hey man, that's the video, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope it wasn't too long. Write in the comments what you guys think. If you have any opinions, if you like what I said, if you didn't like what I said, you know, let's have the discussion. It's all good. I enjoy reading the comments. And as always, I rock with y'all. Y'all rock with me. It's a beautiful thing. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. Smash the like button so this video gets out there. Smash the like button. Thanks, y'all. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what videos you guys want me to drop next time, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.